All right, we are back at Hamfest TV from the floor of the Hamfest, the Huntsville Hamfest, Huntsville, Alabama, at Gigaparts, the Gigaparts booth. Let me give you the coupon code one more time, HSV2FG. HSV2FG gets you a free gift with your order for the months of September through December at gigaparts.com. You'll notice if we look at the couch has been filled a little bit. We have Dennis down there at the end, but right here, this is W0ANT. This is Anna Veal. She's from Littleton, Colorado. She is the latest and greatest Newsline Young Ham of the Year. How are you?
I'm all right. Pretty tired. We got in around 2:30 in the morning. Finally went to bed around 4 a.m. But we're here, so.
Well, that's good. And we're gonna present the award to you at 2:00 today. But something that's kind of cool is I don't know that we've ever had a young ham where the award was presented basically within 24 hours of your birthday. So
yeah.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
This is kind of a cool little party we're throwing for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely a cool 15th birthday present.
Wow, 15. Do you remember what you were doing when you were 15? I remember what I was doing when I was 15. I was in the corner chewing my crayons. That's what I was doing when I was 15. And here now, this is her dad, Paul Veal, N0AH. Say hello to the fine people. There's the mic there.
Hi.
You're a ham radio operator. You know about microphones. I know you're a CW guy. I know you're a CW guy.
What is this?
All right. So let's talk a little bit about your history. You, at the age of, what was it, 8 or so, you're downstairs with your twin sisters, who I think were 3 at the time, playing with your dad's keyer, making noise.
Yep.
No RF, just making noise.
Pretty much.
And he says, I'm going to go to Dayton. And you decide, I want to go to Dayton too. I think I'll go ahead and get my license while I'm there.
Well, it's kind of a funny story. It's kind of a competition between me and my sisters, honestly.
Okay.
Being down in the shack, we've always loved just messing around with the keyer, and I guess when he mentioned Dayton, it just seemed like a good opportunity.
Well, sure.
Well, she was getting beat by her 3-year-old sister on the keyer.
There's that too.
Well, there. Okay, now, see,
Yeah.
that was a part of the story I did not know.
That's the rest of the story.
So you go to Dayton at 8 and you get your tech. No pressure there, taking your first test at Dayton. Oh, that's a piece of cake. And so fast forward, the next year, I think you upgrade to general. You go back to Dayton. You're part of the youth forum at Dayton. Mm-hmm. You get noticed by the TI5 Youth DX team.
Yeah.
And they say, hey, you want to take a little road trip with us to Costa Rica? So you go to Costa Rica.
It wasn't a hop, skip, and a jump, but yeah, we went to Costa Rica.
Right. This is the Cliff Notes version. Her dad will know what Cliff Notes are. She will not.
She won't.
I was going to say the Reader's Digest version of this, but her dad will know what that is. She will not, but that's okay. So you discover contesting and DXing on CW. You're big into CW.
Yes, I was when I was little.
Okay, good. Now, you start a ham radio club in your elementary school, because there isn't one.
Yeah.
And you're the president. You are going to STEM school, which is cool, STEM high school. You start an amateur radio club in your high school because there isn't one. And who's the president?
I am.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And again, 15, I was still eating crayons. Okay. Now, when was it that...
He still is.
Yeah, I still am.
Got packed full of
Exactly.
the
Thank you,
dust
Dennis.
things, yeah.
Appreciate that. Put this radio back here now. Since, okay, so you, Dennis totally derailed my train of thought. Just not that hard to do. Okay, so you get recognized by the ARRL in the Rocky Mountain Division as their Young Ham of the Year.
Yes.
That was what, a couple of years ago? 2-3 years ago?
2-3 years ago, yeah, it was a big honor.
Okay.
2011.
Okay, so yeah. And now, so then you get a call from our man in Philadelphia, NT3V, who says, by the way, you're the Young Ham of the Year for this year, which is cool. And then what happens 2 or 3 days later? You get another award, don't you? What award was that?
Yeah, the Percy Maxim Award.
The Hiram Percy Maxim Award. At 14. So, just, it never ceases to amaze me the kind of young people that come out of the woodwork for the Young Ham of the Year Award, for any of these awards. And it seems like every year it's more impressive and more impressive and more impressive. So now you're going to go to college, obviously. What are you going to what do you want to study in college? What career arc do you want to take?
Well, at the moment, I'm really interested in biomedical engineering, mainly because I'm a type 1 diabetic, and I've been on my handy insulin pump for a few years now. And I don't know, just something about the idea of being able to build things that improve people's lives interests me. So I'd like to go to CSU, Colorado State University, and learn more about it.
Wow. There's nothing like studying something that hits so close to home. It makes it personal, and that will make you probably the best biomedical engineer in the world, I think.
Well, thank you.
I had type 2 diabetes. Of course, well, you never not have it, but I had gastric bypass surgery 5 years ago and dropped 150 pounds, and that turned it off, thank God. But I was taking the insulin shots and all that stuff as well. So, wow. Well, this is just so cool. We could not have made a better choice, I am positive, for this year's Young Ham of the Year award.
Well, thank you. It means a lot.
Well, it means a lot to us, too, because it's, Dennis and I were talking earlier. We were talking with our guest in the previous hour as well. It seems like everyone perceives ham radio as an old man's hobby. Well, you guys still do that? Is that like CB? No, it's not. It's we bounce our signals off the moon. We launch our own satellites. We send data and video and around the world. And when everything else, the 10th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina, when everything else went down, ham radio was there and got the word out. And it's no matter what natural disaster or man-made disaster happens, we're the guys that get it done. And I have said this every year that I have had the privilege of introducing the world to the new Young Ham of the Year. Everyone hears about how bad the young people are today and how they don't care, and there are way more good apples on the tree than there are bad apples. Unfortunately, it's the bad apples that everyone keys on, that everyone pays attention to. They don't see the good apples. You are a good apple. And it is people like Anna Veal that are going to take this hobby on and continue it on and further it when we're all gone. And if you and your Young Hams of the Year from 30 years previous are any indication, and I know full well it is, the world is in good hands. We don't have that much to worry about because this is who we're passing it on to. So congratulations. I'm so glad that you're here and that you were able to make the trip from Littleton, Colorado.
Yeah.
You have a huge future ahead of you, and I am going to so look forward to following you over the years and watching you vicariously from afar. Not in a creepy way like Dennis, but I know. Touche, my friend. So, but I'm so happy you're here. So anyway, congratulations, and we're going to see you in a few hours up on stage, and we're going to do it all for real and present you with the certificate, and we've got a whole bunch more things planned for you. So
Well, thank you again, Don. Fun being here in Huntsville.
thank you, and Paul, thank you for raising such a wonderful daughter. You're a ham. Your wife is a ham as well, isn't she?
And Anna's grandfather in France, F0 EFQ, is a ham radio operator. And my wife and I met on the air years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Wow. What
she's
about
a radioactive kid?
What about the twins? Are the twin sisters hams yet?
They're working on it.
Working on it.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're working on it. They're having fun.
Well,
Yeah,
good.
so-
That's what it's all about. My son is 15, and one of his first toys that he ever got was a spare mic from an HF radio. It was so funny. His nickname when he was a baby was Junior Knob Twister because this radio was a spare radio and it was on the floor of my office. And one day I'm looking down, and he would always crawl into the Radio Shack and play with the radio, and I never paid any much. It was unplugged, I looked down one day, and the whole face of the radio is covered in orange Cheeto residue. So, is she into Cheetos?
No, her sisters are, though.
Oh.
No, he's
I always
giving
know when
me-
they're sitting at the radio room. I got a big mess to clean up. Yeah,
He's given me my own nickname. He's called me Sparks since I was like 7, 8 years old.
More like about like that.
Well, there you go. That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's
Of course, I can't call her Sparks in front of her friends anymore.
No,
she just denies
no.
I'm
Well,
her
that's-
dad and all that stuff. So.
That's much more complimentary than Junior Knob Twister. So, Anna, thank you for being here. We're going to take another break, and then we'll be back, and we're going to talk to another member of the people who are behind and who help the corporate sponsors of Amateur Radio Newsline Young Ham of the Year Award, and that is CQ Magazine. We have got the aforementioned Joe Eisenberg, K0NEB, the kit editor for CQ, and we will talk to him coming up right after this. You are watching Hamfest TV.